Good afternoon, Julie.
Hi, good afternoon, Mike.
Yes, thanks for inviting me to this beautiful center of the inner study that is founded by Master Chao Kok Sui. Yes, before just now, right, I see that you were doing this meditation before we start the interview, and you mentioned something about invocation. Can you share with me what is it about?
Okay, for doing meditation, any kind of meditation, right, they involve a lot of divine energy, which is very strong and powerful. So it's good to do some invocation for some protection, guidance, and help for any meditation that we're doing, to be like a safety precaution.
Right, yeah, I see. For meditation wise, there are so many out there that is practicing about this goodness of mental wellness and meditation to have our own personal well-being. How do you come about to discover about Master Chao Kok Sui and his teachings? Yeah.
Oh, okay, then that is something that is very funny to talk about because I have a sister. Okay, we have a mom. Okay, because of cancer, she has passed away. So after that, my elder sis start to found this center. So she was really into it so much that she come here almost like 2 or 3 times a week, and she kept telling us how good it is and all these things. Then my whole family started to get worried that it might be a cult, you know. So they sent me, being the youngest daughter, so they sent me in to take a look at this so-called center. So this is how I first time come in and try to experience and make sure that my elder sis was not so-called being cheated in this sense lah.
I see. Yeah. So what does this center teach about?
This center mainly, right, okay, the first for public, right, is the meditation of twin heart. It's basically telling us to use 2 energy center to open up and bless the earth. So, but you know, it's the law. It's in giving that we receive. So when we bless the earth with good things like joy, happiness, all these things, we like it or not, things will just come back to us. Second thing is more about energy. In this school, it's an energy school, so we can use energy to do healing, be it mental, emotional, or even physical, or even spirituality. You know, we can do healing using energy. So this is energy school.
Wow, I see. Yeah, so Grandmaster Chao Kok Sui is spreading the love for the humanity. Yeah, from what I've understand that you have shared. Yes. So when you embark on this journey, before the interview you were sharing with me, that was like in year 2015, 2016. During that period, when you started on this spiritual journey, were there any misconception about the things that you were doing?
Misconception by others, you mean?
Yes.
Of course. Energy is something like, you know, we now based on majority of the humanity, we don't have the clairvoyant ability. So we couldn't see energy using our naked eyes in this sense. So when we talk about energy to our friends or even family members, they will look at us like, hey, it's so weird, I don't believe. You know, especially in Singapore, everything is about science. So it need to be proven, they need to be seen and all these things. But we always highlight to them, like electricity, in donkey years back, right? Nobody believed there's electricity because we can't see. But is it really not there? Now we know we can see the electricity everywhere. So the misconception about people is they'll look at us in a very weird manner, like, how do you say that there's energy when I can't see it using naked eyes? Things that I cannot see, I don't believe. That is most people that they have this so-called idea.
Right. How do you overcome this challenge about sharing this with other people?
Very simple. I always advocate that, even my trainers also advocate that we do not change other people. What we need to do is, how does this energy healing, these schools, this meditation change me? If I've changed for the better, I've improved mentally, emotionally, physically, and even in terms of, like, say, money, relationship, okay? Then people start to ask me, hey, Julie, what have you been doing? So when people start to ask on their own, when you share, they believe because they see the changes in you. So there's no point in convincing people. You just change for the better first in the first place.
So what are the changes that you have witnessed in your personal life along this journey?
Wow, there's a lot. Okay, maybe let's split into 3 big areas. Most people have health issue, health problem, money problem, or relationship problem. Am I right to say that?
Yes.
Okay, so for health, my health has improved tremendously, that's for sure. I really hardly go to see any doctors. And even during COVID period, I also suffer COVID. Okay, I wouldn't say that we are immune from any viruses or like COVID and all these things. I also get COVID, but through energy healing, right, I really recover much faster. And so-called the side effect is much, much lesser compared to other people. And of course, the health of my family members, most importantly, my dad, who used to come walk march and all these things, his health has improved tremendously. Wealth, money, which most people love to know, especially I'm in this line. In terms of money, I'll have to say that since I embarked in this journey, right, my so-called prosperity life has increased a lot. I really did not increase the number of hours that I've been working. In actual fact, I reduced because I want to do more on spiritual work on my own, but my income keep increasing every year. The total income keep increasing every year, which last time I used to give a presentation as well. I do a chart on my income. And frankly, number of hours of work reduced, income still shoot up all the way. Relationship, definitely. My sisters used to quarrel, okay, so-called quarrel. Now, no. My house is so peaceful. I do not hear screaming. I do not hear shouting like in the past. And my relationship with my friends, my close friends, all this has improved tremendously. There's a lot of understanding. There's a lot of love, a lot of understanding. So communication-wise, it's so much easier. So these are really the 3 big areas that I can see myself change from the day that I practice until today. That's why I will not give up in this so-called spiritual path.
Right. But we also understand, the whole world, the last 3 years, right, was in COVID. And I'm sure the readers or the listeners, they must be thinking, right, is it because of the COVID, then the family get closer together, then people are more worried about the health, so they start to take good care, or they start to buy more financial products to increase their protection. Do you feel it that way?
Okay, for me, I believe a lot of people will think in that way, but for my case, right, I always believe that it has to be proven before we say something, right? My journey started in year 2016 when I really actually practiced this thing is maybe around early 2017, which is much long before COVID. And at that period, right, if you check my 2017, even before COVID period, my income has already increased tremendously. And my family health, my relationship already improved. That is the proof that it's not due to COVID. And in actual fact, during COVID, my income also went up, where some of my colleagues, so-called my team members, complain that, it's a bit tough, people start to get worried, they might not want to buy anything. In the beginning of the COVID, like the first year, my income still shoot up, no issue at all. So this is what I would say that it's proven, you see, it's not during the COVID period, it's even before COVID.
Right, wow, that is very amazing and interesting teachings from Master Chao Kok Sui. Look forward to practicing it and have a session myself. And I noticed that on this very beautiful center over here, there's a few posters that is lying out onto the wall. Can you share with me what are these posters about?
Okay. First of all, of course, this poster is Grandmaster Chao Kok Sui. Is our teacher, okay, who come up with a system, all the books and all the courses that teach us about energy, about health, mentals, everything, okay? Then maybe on the, shall I start with, what shall we start with? Okay, shall we start with the one in gold and red? It'll be easier, it's bright, right? Okay, it's like a prosperity meditation. So in our school, right, we don't believe that being spiritual means you must be poor. You must go to the mountain. No, our teachers, right, believe in balance. To be a good so-called disciple or spiritual person, right, you should be in balance in everywhere, including, beside your health, everything, including money. Because if you only have money, you can settle a family, then you can help other people. So this is a prosperity meditation that is taught in one of the courses by Master Choa, which for me, I will practice it regularly as well.
Oh, so we don't need to go to the mountains to do the meditation?
No, you need not. We do it daily, regularly here.
I always thought that meditation is for monks.
No, that's why they used to be like, they have to be lethargic. You have to be very slow. You have to, like not much strength. For spiritual people, this is what you usually see, right? No, Master Chua said that to be a real spiritual person, right, you must be dynamic. Okay, you should have energy. You should be strong. You be strong in what area? Including prosperity.
Right. That is very interesting. I'm very looking forward to practicing that. Can you share with me another poster over here that you personally like or relate to?
Okay, I think I would like to share maybe, give me a second. Okay, maybe I'll try to share this one over here. That's a great invocation.
Oh, the great invocation.
Yes, great invocation. The great invocation is like a world prayer for the world. So for my case, right, or maybe most of our people in this center, after our meditation, we try to recite this so-called world prayer. We call it the great invocation. By doing that, right, you help the earth in many, many ways.
Right. Okay. Julie, I understand that you are in the financial services industry, and I know that there's a lot of millennials that are starting up their career right now at this moment. Do you have any advice to give to them?
Okay, we are all young ones. Okay, so based on my experience, right, is that there's no need to chase after money. Everyone wants to have good life, good money, you know, can enjoy life, good relationship, good health, and all these things. So do not chase after money, because it's all about energy. Money is also a form of energy. You can only attract what you have. Like attract likes. So what you should do is you should balance yourself spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically. So when your energy body, so-called your energy, right, within yourself is good, then you can attract prosperity, attract good relationship, attract good health. Right. So I would advise them, do not just blindly chase on one area, money or relationship. You know, they always change on one or two areas. Do not do that. Be balanced. Most important, frankly speaking, right? If you ask me, go for spirituality. Spirituality, right, will bring in everything. It will just come along the way.
You mentioned about this energy. What is this energy about?
Okay, energy is something that everyone has. We should know. Even like, for example, scientists will say E equals mc squared, so everything has energy. But for this, right, it's more like a subtle energy that we can't see using our naked eyes. That every one of us, right, have an energy, so-called energy body. Even scientists, right, like already discovered, there's a Killian camera, you know, the gas discharge visualization camera, GDV camera, which already taken and show that every being, right, be it living thing or non-living thing, we have something called an energy body. But just living thing, right, we have something called life force inside this energy body. Without this life force, we cannot die. We cannot survive. We will all die.
Is it our spirit?
Not really, not really. Spirit is even something more subtle than that, much more subtle than that, which in this school will also teach us, where we will guide people more on soul, know your own true nature. This is even more subtle. It's just an energy body. That's all. It doesn't link with soul yet.
Okay, so Julie, if you can go back to your when you first graduate from school, right? What is that one piece or two pieces of advice that you will advise yourself?
Okay, I think I will tell myself that time that do not get disappointed when certain thing you really want to have it, and it just, no matter how hard you knock, you know, all these things, it was not given to you. Do not feel disappointed, do not have low self-esteem, because sometimes actually, most of the time actually, it's a blessing. By not giving you this, right, better things are coming along.
Wow, that's a very great piece of advice. Okay, are there any 3 books that you can recommend the listeners?
Okay, frankly, right, the books, I read a lot of books since, you know, Singapore, we need to study all the way. Even mine is a graduate in econs and all these things. But my books that really interest me and make me study again and again is 3 books from this school. The first book, I'll say Miracles Through Pranic Healing. This is the first book that I've gotten from this school. And through this book, I realized about energy body, and how can energy change my life and change the life of the people around me. So this is a very interesting book which I think everyone should go. And I think National Library, some of the National Library already have this book as well. Okay. Second book, I will say that there's one book called Meditation on the Blue Pearl, also on this, from this school. Okay. This is also a very important book that I think I would recommend, because through this book, sometimes in our life, right, we think that there's a lot of problems. Money problem, health problem, relationship problem. We are lost. We always say, hey, why this thing is happening to me, blah, 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 and all these things. This book will give you all the solution. And there are also people who are very successful, we've seen before, right? They have money, they have relationship, they have good health, but they are still unhappy. They also have a lot of question mark. This book will also give them the solution. Through this book, they will know their true nature, and they have all the solution to their problem.
Right.
Last but not least, I will go for the third book. It's the Golden Sutra. Okay, that is the book title is sorry, give me a second. Okay, Compassionate Objectivity. Okay, through this book, it will teach us more about character building. Because to me, character building is the most important. Regardless of how rich you can be, how good relationship can be, to me, the person needs to have good character. So through this book, they give us a lot of reminder and a lot of tips how to continue practice our character building in a very so-called, I would say, the systematic way. So it'll be easier for us to keep practicing every day to do an inner reflection, so we can improve our character. So I believe once character is improved, again, it's about energy. Once your character is improved, right, the energy within you has changed. When what you attract, right, is only what you have. So you only have good energy, you only attract good things.
Okay. Thank you very much, Julie, for today. And thank you for Great Master Chao Kok Sui.
Thank you, Master.
Thank you, Master.